We start off today's wrestling news and rumors video with a bit of news regarding which current WWE superstars Goldberg feels are the future of WWE, because for those of you unaware, Goldberg was recently interviewed ahead of his big WWE Championship matchup against Drew McIntyre this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. And one of the questions that arose was if there are any superstars on the current roster that have essentially caught Goldberg's eyes potentially being the future of WWE, and Goldberg replied with the following 4 superstars: Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee, Ricochet, and Finn Balor. While Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee are certainly expected choices from Goldberg, some fans were shocked that Goldberg mentioned Ricochet and Finn Balor, especially Ricochet, considering he has been vastly underutilized on the WWE's main roster thus far. But we have been told that Goldberg has put in a good word to Vince McMahon that Ricochet should be given more opportunities in WWE, so perhaps Ricochet's career may begin to move in a better direction this year, considering he has big support from such a big name like Goldberg, who has tried telling Vince recently that he deserves more than he has been given so far due to Ricochet's immense in-ring talent and abilities. The Royal Rumble is fast approaching, and the event is usually one that features many big surprises and unexpected moments to occur, and BT Sport has recently added fuel to the fire by posting a new Royal Rumble graphic that has teased many big returns, with fans clearly seeing CM Punk's gloves, Ronda Rousey's kilt, and Brock Lesnar's gloves on this new graphic. However, BT Sport quickly mentioned that they have no idea what big returns will actually take place on the show, although this graphic has certainly gotten fans very excited for the big possibility Sunday night. We had reported in our last video that The Fiend Bray Wyatt was one of, if not Vince McMahon's top pick to win the 2021 Men's Royal Rumble match, with Vince feeling as though The Fiend Bray Wyatt has earned another run at the top of the card and is deserving of another world title reign in WWE. And while this could certainly still be the plan WWE are going to be moving ahead with, that being The Fiend Bray Wyatt winning the Royal Rumble this year, there have been some reports leaked over the past few days that there was a quote, scary finish being considered for the Men's Royal Rumble match this year. And this news has certainly gotten many fans talking about what this scary finish could possibly be. One of our sources has revealed that this scary finish could actually be Jinder Mahal returning and winning the 2021 Men's Royal Rumble match, with one source mentioning that WWE are planning to once again try and expand their reach in India this year, and McMahon feels that Jinder Mahal being pushed heavily again will help big time with their plans to expand in India. Jinder Mahal had made his in-ring return during the WWE's Superstar Spectacle event that was held a few days ago, in a losing effort against Drew McIntyre and Indus Sher. Now this news definitely will not sit well with many fans, especially considering Jinder Mahal lacked a lot of momentum before his latest injury, and it seemed as though Mahal was positioned firmly in WWE as a lower mid-card level superstar, but when you take into account the fact that Jinder Mahal's sudden rise to the top of SmackDown a few years back truly came out of nowhere, and Jinder Mahal went from essentially being an enhancement talent to a WWE World Champion in the span of a month, it would not totally be out of left field if WWE tried to randomly push Jinder Mahal once again this year to try and help their growth in India, especially when this is exactly the reason why Jinder Mahal was pushed so much in 2017. However, one source has also mentioned that the other scary finish for the Men's Royal Rumble match this year could see Goldberg go on to win the Royal Rumble match after unsuccessfully challenging Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship earlier in the night, with Goldberg then proceeding to win the Royal Rumble to face off against Universal Champion Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 37, which was the cancelled match that had previously been scheduled for WrestleMania 36. With Vince feeling like Goldberg versus Roman Reigns is a match that still needs to take place at some point. Over the past few years, many fans have proclaimed that Vince McMahon should step down from running the day-to-day operations of WWE, and instead have Triple H take control of the main roster shows Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, on top of running the NXT brand as well. As Vince continues to get older, and is reportedly more open to the idea of stepping back a bit and letting others take control on a regular basis, it seems as though it's just a matter of time before Triple H takes over WWE, and in a recent interview, Triple H was asked if he wants to take control of WWE, and in a roundabout way, Hunter summed up the fact that he would be more than open to the challenge, but at the same time, Triple H does not really care who's in charge or steering the ship. and that the only goal or focus is simply keeping WWE alive then, now, and forever. However, while lots of fans feel Triple H would do well if he was put in charge of WWE, Shane McMahon is also in that conversation for eventually taking over the company. And we want you guys to let us know if you would rather see Shane McMahon or Triple H take over the WWE and effectively become the new CEO and chairman of WWE when Vince McMahon inevitably steps down in the not so distant future. As we had mentioned in previous videos, one of the big rumored returns that is expected to occur at the 2021 Royal Rumble pay-per-view is the former Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey. And to add fuel to the rumors of Ronda returning this Sunday, Ronda Rousey responded on social media to a post referencing the odds for certain superstars to win the Women's Royal Rumble match this year, with Ronda being one of the names showcased. And Ronda Rousey commenting on the post has certainly got fans buzzing that Rousey is in fact going to be returning. Let us know down in the comment section below if you think Ronda Rousey should return and possibly win the Women's Royal Rumble match this year. And also, what are your thoughts on many fans feeling Ronda's presence is needed right now to make the WWE's women's division interesting again? Because if you hadn't known, one half of the women's tag team champions, Charlotte Flair, feels like the WWE do not need Ronda Rousey back in the company. There had been some reports going around that Rhea Ripley was going to be getting called up to the WWE's main roster soon, but apparently those plans may have changed, because a new backstage rumor has indicated that if Rhea Ripley was going to have joined the main roster on Raw or SmackDown this year, she would have already been called up, which has caused there to be some new speculation that Rhea Ripley may be sticking in NXT, with one source noting that Vince does not want to bring Rhea Ripley to the main roster too soon, and it may not be until after WrestleMania 37 that she officially joins Raw or SmackDown. We now have our main story featured in this video, and it is regarding the breaking new rumors and speculation that WWE are planning a huge swerve for the Royal Rumble 2021 pay-per-view event this Sunday that will see Drew McIntyre lose his WWE Championship, but not to his scheduled opponent Goldberg, as new reports have revealed that Vince McMahon is actually reportedly planning for The Miz to finally cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase successfully on Drew McIntyre after Drew McIntyre manages to retain his WWE title against Goldberg in a very hard-fought match, with The Miz taking advantage of the moment when Drew McIntyre is worn out and exhausted and cashing in to win the WWE Championship for the second time in The Miz's career. While some fans feel like The Miz will not be a big draw as the WWE Champion in 2021, this is a huge swerve or spoiler that is apparently very likely to occur this Sunday night at the Royal Rumble.